There I was, young Veronica Dean, in the blue and white dress heading to the priest's again. Been several times by now. Wilfred had been in Blinkbonny for many months, and he was loved and admired by all. Such a lovely man, they said, so devout and splendid in his robes, and so devoted to his priestly duties. So elegant, so distinguished, so polite. You can sense the holiness in him. How lucky we are to have him here among us. The times I'd been were much as the first. I went, I combed, I cut, I gelled, got paid, then left. He'd let it be known that he was very pleased with me, and Mr. Gabrielli was as well. Anyway, I got to the house and Dolly Atkinson let me in. She reached out and tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. "That's better," she said. "It's good to look smart for Father Wilfred, isn't it?" She said how lovely my dress was. She said how pretty I was becoming. "You know the way by now," she said. "Off you go, my pet." I went through the corridors, past the little statues, through the scents of incense and polish and candles. He was waiting as always in the room, with the crucifix and the high windows. But it was different this time. He was in his vestments. A gorgeous heavy cloak of green and gold hung over his shoulders. He raised his hand, but didn't look at me. "I have just said Mass, Veronica," he whispered. "Bear with me. I must take off these things in particular ways, to particular prayers, and then I will have time for you." By now I was not so timid with him. I stood there calmly and waited. He muttered and murmured under his breath. He whispered the names of God and Jesus, and lifted the cloak over his head and laid it on a table. He was wearing a long white lovely linen dress thing. He kept on muttering his prayers, and he unwound the rope that formed a belt around his waist. He handed this rope to me, and his eyes were strange, like he was in a dream, or looking somewhere far beyond me. He took off the linen dress thing slow, lifting it over his head and praying as he did it. He folded the dress and laid it down beside the cloak. Now he was standing there in black shoes, black trousers, black shirt, white collar. He sighed deeply, he shivered, he stopped his praying at last, then crossed himself, then he looked at me, like he was seeing me for the first time since I ended. "Veronica," he said. "Father." "Forgive me," he said. "There are rituals I had to observe." He sighed again. "At times," he whispered, "I feel that I am almost become all spirit. I feel that I am about to step through into glory. I feel that I am on the very fringes of eternal bliss. Do you know what I mean?" I couldn't answer that, didn't have a clue what he was on about. He laughed. "Forgive me," he said again. "I see you have my cord in your hands, my dear." I told him that he was the one that gave it to me. "Did I?" he said. I held it out to him and he touched it. "These things I wear on my body have meanings," he said. "This cord is a sign of my binding to the world of things." I still didn't have a clue what he was on about. I just kept on holding it out to him. He laughed again, and his eyes glittered. "You're a good girl, Veronica," he told me. "Aren't you?" "Yes, Father." He got the cord and wrapped it round my waist, and around his own as well, so we were held together. He tugged me to him. I remember how I smelled him so close, how I felt his body so close. I felt like I would faint with the strangeness and confusion of it. "Do you feel close to the world of things?" he whispered in my ear. I could not speak and could not answer. "Or to eternal bliss," he said. He started his murmuring and muttering again, and saying prayers like spells into my ear. He loosened the cord and it fell away from us. Then he dipped his finger in precious oil and started stroking my cheek, my neck, my arms with it. "Let me bless you, Veronica," he said. He muttered some weird words I couldn't understand. He mingled my name up with the weird words like I was part of the prayer and part of the spell. He was close, so close. I was leaning back against the table where the vestments were laid. "Maybe the world of things can also be the world of bliss," he said. "Maybe the world of bliss can only be found here in this world of things. Maybe this place here is heaven, Veronica. Maybe we can make it so. Do you think so, Veronica? For I do. Yes, I do." I started forgetting where I was, and who he was, and who I was. His lips were right against my ear. "I have just worked a miracle upon the altar," he whispered. "Now let me work a miracle upon you."